Although Vagabond tells the story of a historical samurai, it offers profound philosophical lessons that can guide us through the challenges of the modern world. Musashi's journey is not just a warrior's tale of personal growth, it represents the trials, fears, and struggles that every individual may encounter in life. It carries a universal message that can help us navigate the complexities of modern life. What Musashi accomplished is not impossible for us to apply in today's world in our own time and space. That is why Vagabond can serve as a guide. In a world where stress, uncertainty, and rapidly changing external conditions make it difficult to stay balanced, the search for inner wisdom that Vagabond presents becomes crucial. Musashi stands against the chaos of modern life. Despite the turbulent nature of the external world, he seeks ways to find peace and balance within himself. This aligns with the core philosophy of Stoicism and Zen Buddhism. We may not have control over external circumstances, but our reactions and inner equilibrium are within our power. Musashi can become a powerful symbol for those who do not want to lose themselves in the chaos of modern life, but rather wish to find their true selves, just as he has been for me. At the same time, Vagabond offers a counterpoint to the relentless pressure of success and competition that modern people face. In an era dominated by social media, career ambitions, and a society obsessed with conventional success, Musashi teaches us that true achievement does not lie in external victories, but in inner growth. His life demonstrates that no matter how much we win in the external world, it holds no real meaning unless we find inner peace. Vagabond is a manga by Tohiko Inoue, inspired by Eiji Yoshikawa's 1935 novel Musashi, which focuses on the legendary life of Miyamoto Musashi. Yoshikawa's novel portrays the personal and spiritual evolution of Musashi, one of Japan's most famous swordmasters, in a dramatic narrative. Before adapting this work into a manga, Inoue meticulously researched Musashi's life, delving into historical sources, martial arts teachings, and Japan's rich cultural heritage to create a manga with remarkable accuracy and depth. The manga embodies the minimalist lines of Japanese art, reflecting the interaction between nature and humanity. Even in the fight scenes, Inoue prioritizes spirituality, turning each battle into an internal struggle. This visual depth and philosophical storytelling set Vagabond apart from traditional samurai tales, inviting the reader on a philosophical journey rather than a simple combat story. Inoue's drawing style transforms the panels into true works of art, bringing Musashi's world to life with breathtaking realism. The combination of historical authenticity, philosophical depth, and aesthetic brilliance elevates Vagabond beyond an ordinary manga, making it a recognized artistic masterpiece. The numerous awards it has received worldwide further solidify its success. In 2000, it won the Kodansha Manga Award, and in 2002, it received the prestigious Tezuka Osamu Cultural Prize, earning acclaim from both critics and readers alike. Vagabond explores a much deeper pursuit within Miyamoto Musashi's mastery of the sword, the search for the way. Battle is merely a tool. The true purpose is for a person to find themselves. After each fight, Musashi undergoes a process of spiritual purification. The victories he achieves are not against external opponents, but against his own fears and limitations. The foundation of Japanese samurai culture, Bushido, transforms into an existential journey in Vagabond. At this point, Musashi's struggles can be linked to Sartre's existentialism. Sartre states that man defines his existence through his actions. And for Musashi, every battle is a moment in which he redefines himself. This process is a valuable lesson for anyone seeking to understand the spiritual depth of a swordsman, or even the depth of a man. Musashi does not rely solely on sword skills to master combat. He views each battle as part of his spiritual growth. Success for him is not about external victories, but about achieving inner balance. At this stage, Lao Tzu's concept of right action from the Tao Te Ching becomes relevant. For Musashi, battles are not just about physical dominance, but moments of spiritual purification. Fighting, for him, is beyond mere survival. It is a journey of self-discovery. This narrative sends a powerful message to those who constantly seek success in the external world while losing touch with their inner selves. The external enemies Musashi faces are, in reality, reflections of his inner battles. Musashi's journey shows that the path to victory in the external world first requires overcoming one's inner struggles. This is not just the story of a master swordsman, but a quest that reminds us that a person's greatest battle is with themselves. In Vagabond, nature is not just a decorative background, it is an essential part of Musashi's spiritual journey. After each battle, he retreats into nature's embrace. It is his way of seeking inner balance. In Zen Buddhism, nature is a mirror of the self. Through the peace and awareness he finds in nature, Musashi advances on the path to true wisdom. Lao Tzu's concept of the right moment, mentioned in the Tao Te Ching, is reflected in Musashi's combat strategies and life philosophy. Everything has its time. You should neither rush nor hesitate. The balance he discovers in nature carries a powerful message for those caught in the relentless speed of the modern world. Musashi's connection with nature is a call for us to pause and reflect amidst the constant motion and noise. This bond does not just restore his physical strength, but also renews his inner peace. That is how he constantly revitalizes himself. In his battles, the secret to defeating his opponents does not come solely from his skills, but from his ability to pause, observe, and live in harmony with nature. His understanding of warfare is deeply intertwined with this wisdom. This narrative offers an escape for anyone searching for relief from the chaos of modern life. For Musashi, nature is not just a refuge, it is a place to rediscover and purify himself. In this sense, Musashi's life can be seen as a metaphor, reminding us that by returning to nature, we can reclaim the peace we have lost. Every battle, every victory finds its true meaning within nature. Musashi's greatest battle against Sasaki Kojo is not merely a duel between swords. It represents the clash of two opposing life philosophies. Kojiro is a warrior perfected through pure talent and speed, while Musashi is a philosopher who constantly seeks self-improvement and questions the true meaning of strength. This conflict aligns perfectly with Nietzsche's concept of the will to power. Kojiro's strength is limited to external victories, whereas Musashi's power is rooted in inner growth and the pursuit of wisdom. While Kojiro's abilities may quickly lead him to success in the external world, Musashi's understanding of victory is far deeper. He values inner balance over physical strength. For Musashi, the true battle is not against his opponents, but against his own ego and fears. This philosophy demonstrates that strength is not confined to physical achievements. Real power is found in the victories won within oneself. Success is not merely about conquering the external world, but about overcoming personal limitations. This contrast reveals that there is no single formula for success. Kojiro's power is confined to temporary victories, while Musashi's journey is a search for something more lasting and profound. It raises the fundamental question, is true victory achieved through external conquests or by surpassing one's own limits? Musashi answers this in his own way. True success is attained through inner triumphs. In Vagabond, the fear of death is the greatest enemy every warrior faces. Musashi stands out as a warrior who has overcome this fear, and this is one of the keys to his success. However, Inoue presents the fear of death not just as a physical threat, but as the ultimate test in a person's spiritual journey. Heidegger's concept of authentic existence in the face of death helps us understand how Musashi transcends this fear on the battlefield. Every duel is a moment of confrontation with death, but this confrontation brings him closer to a more authentic existence. By accepting death, Musashi gains freedom. Knowing he could die at any moment on the battlefield sets him apart from other warriors. This acceptance liberates him and transforms his understanding into true wisdom. Vagabond offers a powerful exploration of how one can confront the fear of death. Musashi's way of overcoming this fear provides a profound lesson on how individuals can face their own fears in life. Though death is an inevitable reality of life, accepting it and making peace with it is the path to spiritual freedom. Every step Musashi takes on this path symbolizes his journey toward a more authentic existence by transcending the fear of death. The profound narrative presented in Vagabond strongly reminds us that every individual must face and overcome their own fears. Musashi's spiritual journey in Vagabond is not limited to samurai culture. It also reflects a deep Stoic philosophy. Of course, Bushido shares similarities with Stoicism. Both emphasize self-discipline, resilience, and inner peace. Stoicism focuses on finding inner tranquility, regardless of external circumstances. And isn't that exactly what Musashi strives for throughout his life? According to Stoic philosophers, especially Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, true strength comes from one's attitude toward external events. Musashi does not seek external victories. Rather, he strives for inner balance and serenity, making him a true Stoic figure. One of Epictetus' most famous teachings is, do not worry about things you cannot control. This is, in fact, the key to a happy life. Throughout Vagabond, Musashi embodies this philosophy when facing dangers and challenges. His calmness before each battle comes from his focus on what he can control. According to Stoics, true wisdom lies in transcending external chaos and attaining inner peace. Musashi applies this philosophy to every challenge on the battlefield. He controls his reactions, thoughts, and emotions, allowing him to remain unaffected by external conditions. Marcus Aurelius frequently emphasizes a crucial point in Meditations, the inevitability of death and the necessity of living in harmony with this reality. Musashi fully embraces this concept. Like a true Stoic sage, he has conquered his fear of death. Just as Stoicism teaches, Musashi accepts death as a natural part of life, and through this acceptance, he attains freedom. His mastery of the sword is not solely based on skill, but also on his spiritual liberation. This makes Musashi a direct representation of the Stoic concept of inner strength. The deep meaning that Stoic philosophy brings to Musashi's life highlights that external victories are temporary and that true power lies in the balance one finds within. In Vagabond, every victory Musashi achieves is another step on his path to Stoic wisdom. This connection makes his story even more meaningful for those interested in Stoicism in the modern world. Now, doesn't Musashi act according to the philosophy of Bushido? So why are we placing Bushido under the umbrella of Stoicism? The reason is simple. When I talk about Bushido, accessing sources related to Stoicism is much easier, whereas finding reliable and comprehensive sources on Bushido is far more difficult. There are teachings about Bushido that haven't even survived to this day, lost books that contain invaluable wisdom. That's why we categorize Bushido under Stoicism, not out of philosophical bias, but out of necessity. Bushido is the way of life for the samurai, their moral philosophy. The ethical stance of honorable samurai stems directly from their adoption of Bushido.